Welcome back to Run the Prompts, everybody. Today, we have an exciting announcement. 2 days ago, OpenAI released a brand new model called OpenAI o1-Preview and OpenAI o1 Mini. So, two new models. Don't let that be confusing to you because they also have another new model, OpenAI o1, which nobody has access to at the moment. And if you think that's a stupid naming convention, you are correct. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. But hey, this video is not going to be about me complaining about their naming convention. It's going to be all about putting OpenAI o1 Preview versus their most recent model before that, which was ChatGPT 4o. We'll see which one's better. We are going to take it to the extreme like always. We're going to throw some crazy questions at it. So let's get started. All right, guys. So I created a really cool, funny game with GPT-4o today of Donald Trump running around chasing Haitian migrants holding cats as cops tried to chase him and get rid of him. Now, 4o was able to develop it, but the new model, 1o, wasn't able to do it because it was considered offensive. Like, I'm going to offend myself, apparently. Okay? Now, to give you guys some background, I do not have any experience coding Python. I have experience with HTML and CSS. I am not a web developer, but I do not have any experience developing games or using Python code. And what this was able to do was pretty crazy. So it took me about a half hour of going back and forth with the prompting to get it right. But I just started off with this very simple prompt. So create a new game with Python. The game should include two characters, Donald Trump and Haitians holding cats. The Haitians run all over the screen and Donald Trump has to catch them. By catch them, he just has to run into them. Okay, so then it gave me some code, and then I went back and forth and told it exactly what I wanted and what the rules were of the game. And there were a couple bugs that I had it squash for me. So when I went into the terminal, once you go to Python 3, and then I put in the name of my game, and I compiled the game with Sublime text, very simple, anybody can download it. You have Donald Trump running around and saving the cats from the Haitian migrants as the cop tries to go get them, because this is a bad thing. Do not save the cats. So you can see that once you run into a cop, the cop gets you. Now you have 2 lives left. Donald Trump has 3 lives here. So we got him right out of the gate. So now we only got 0 lives left. This is our last one, and now the game's over. You press start and you restart the game, and you have 3 lives left again, and you just keep doing that. Now, it's a pretty good game, actually. And to be honest, I am fucking surprised that this worked as well as it did. Like, it actually works. So you guys can do this too. I'm going to leave the prompt for you guys to recreate this. It may or may not work as well as the one that I got, because this is generative AI. It doesn't mean it's going to be the exact same code every time. Actually, it means it won't be the exact same code every time. But if you guys want the prompt to this game, that's where it'll be. I'm going to share it with you guys. And let's see what you guys can do with it. Make it better, tweak it, make it awesome. So let's see what's going on with that. And I want you guys to mess with this. All right, guys, so we have one of the hardest SAT math questions in the world right here. And I'm going to copy and paste it over to OpenAI o1-Preview, and let's see what happens. All right, guys, so it's thought for 4 seconds, and we can see exactly what it did in its thinking process. This is called chain of thought, and it's going to break out exactly what happened. And this is going to be a really good tool to use in terms of looking at what happened and then adjusting your prompt to see how you can make the output better. In this case, this is just a quick math problem, so it doesn't apply here, but something to keep in mind in the future for you guys. So O1 went through all these steps, and then it answered B, which is correct. The answer is B, m+7. Personally, yours truly did not know the answer to this, despite what you might think. I know that I am perfect, but hey, all of us have our shortcomings. I didn't know the answer. So let's copy and paste it over to GPT-4o and see how that does with the same problem. I'm going to go to a new window. This whole test, we're just going to go to new windows just to clear everything up. And 4o is off to the races. Let's see if it can get the final answer, which should be B. And it got B. Final answer is B. They both do a quick writing test to see how o1 does with creative writing to create blog content. And then we're going to test that same prompt in 4o to see if there's any differences. So one thing I can tell you right out of the gate is o1 is supposed to be not that much better at writing and language. It's more of a tool for science and math and reasoning and that type of thing. It's not really supposed to be that much more creative or that much better with writing, but I want to test it out and I want to see what the differences are, if there are any differences. So I got this huge prompt right here to create a blog post. I like using AI to help me out with my blog posts, so this is one of the prompts I use sometimes to get me a nice first draft so I can go back and then edit it, make it my own, and sprinkle in the AI when I need to. So we're gonna press enter. We're on o1 right now and it's thinking. And within 5 seconds, it has our output. All right, guys, this looks pretty good. Okay, it's a little bit clickbaity, but this actually looks pretty good. I am impressed. I mean, one thing I have noticed about o1 is it breaks down information in a better way. It uses more bullet points. It will automatically bold letters and words for you to make points easier to digest. Okay, so it added this. I didn't want it to add this. This was actually my tone paragraph to tell it what my writing style is and what way I want it to write. So wrapping it up, let's compare the wrap it up section. So we got, according to Midjourney, even better versions of Niji are on the horizon with huge improvements in quality expected. It's exciting to imagine what's next. How can something already bordering on miraculous get even better? We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, dive into Niji mode and explore all the creative possibilities it offers. Whether you're an anime fan or just looking to add a new dimension to your images, Niji mode is a fantastic tool to have in your arsenal. Okay, I don't think that's very good, honestly. So let's read the intro paragraph and we're going to compare that to what 4o gets us. So, have you ever wanted to whip up your very own anime style images in under a minute? Maybe you're not the biggest anime enthusiast, just like me, but you still appreciate that unique style. Or perhaps you're simply craving a fresh twist on your usual Midjourney creations. Well, buckle up, because Midjourney's Niji mode is here to add that special flavor to your images. Okay guys, so I mean that sounds exactly like 4o, honestly. But I will say that the way that it's breaking down information, like I was saying, it is better. The way it breaks down information and it bolts things out, and it just, I can tell this is going to be easier to digest and probably quicker to edit, but not by much. Not by much. So let's go to a new one and let's compare the same prompt with 4o. Okay, so I actually like 4o's response better, at least the writing style, but it doesn't look as easy to digest because you can see that there are bigger sections of text. There aren't as many bullet points. There's not as much bold characters. It's just not quite as easy to get a grip on what's going on. So they both have their strengths and weaknesses here. And of course, this is just one example, but it was a big prompt. I wanted to give it a very big prompt to see what would happen. I would say this is a tie. I'm gonna have to mess with it a little bit more with the writing aspect of things, but got you a nice little preview there of the differences for blog post. Today's video is sponsored by our good friends over at Run the Prompts. They tell us that runtheprompts.com is the greatest AI website around. Whether you need ChatGPT or Midjourney prompts, custom GPTs, AI tutorials, or more, Run the Prompts has you covered. So be sure to run the prompts and prompt the planet. All right, guys, so we're going to give it one of the most difficult math problems on the SAT in the entire world. So I'm copying it out of a website I found and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to see how o1-Preview does with one of the most difficult math problems in the entire world on the SAT. Let's check it out. Now, it only had to think for a few seconds. That is not typical. Usually, O1 thinks for at least 10 seconds before it gives you an answer, but let's see what happens. Okay, it says the answer is boxed DRC. That doesn't even make any sense, but 9.4 is the answer. So looks like there's just a little formatting glitch here. So I'm going to give it to them. I'm going to say that this is the correct answer. O1 got it correct because 9/4 is the answer. Just a formatting bug. That doesn't matter. So let's copy and paste the same question over to GPT-4o, new window, paste, see if we can get it. Okay, so again, some kind of weird formatting bug here, but 1.125 is not the answer. So O1 got it right and 4o got it wrong. Let's see if o1-Preview can code a Dr. Mario clone. A lot of people have cloned Tetris successfully, Snake, Flappy Bird, games like that. But Dr. Mario, that's a cool game, right? And let's see if it can do that. So let's go over to O1 and let's do create a game that's just like Dr. Mario. Use a black background, make the pills game neon colors. Let's see what happens, shall we? All right, so we're gonna copy the code and we're gonna go into right here. We're gonna go to Sublime Text. We're gonna paste it in. That's a short game, huh? I wonder how this is gonna work, but let's check it out. Let's go to save as Dr. Mario.py, desktop, save, escape, terminal, Python 3, Dr. Mario.py, and nothing happens. That doesn't do anything. So we're gonna get out of that, expand upon this foundation to develop the full game. Okay, so it's going to lazy mode. All right, no problem. I have no coding experience. It's your mission to develop a full game. Do not just give me one pill center of the screen that I can't move. Create the whole game, make it like Mario. Okay guys, so it's coding. It's a lot more code than last time. So let's see what happens with this new code. This is a lot longer than last time. Obviously last time was just a pill, so it's what we would expect it to be, much longer. Let's check it out. We'll go to copy. We'll go to Dr. Mario, edit, Sublime Text, paste it in, save it. Go back to our terminal, Python 3, Dr. Mario.py. Okay, and so far it kind of works. It only goes two ways, unless I'm not doing this right. It only flips one direction. Let's see what happens when we get 4 of the same color in a row. Oh, it crashes. It crashes when you get 2 in a row. All right, issues. Crashes when you get 2 colors on top of each other. Also, I can only flip the blocks one direction. I need the blocks to be flippable in all directions. All right, guys, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. It's clearly thinking through this. So let's see what happens. Okay, it says it fixed the crashing issue and it enhanced the rotation mechanics. Updated game code. It is writing it as we speak. Now let's see if it works once it's done. So we're gonna drive up here, get our new code, go to Sublime Text with Dr. Mario, highlight, remove, paste, save, go back into our terminal, Python 3. Okay guys, same problem. You can only get it to rotate in one direction. So it's not good, but you see how the block drops down like that on its own? That's a good thing. And now we have 3 in a row. So this 4 in a row with this green should make the green blocks disappear. And it did. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. And it's not crashing either. But it didn't keep score. Didn't keep score. All right, so now we needed to keep score. And we also needed to rotate, which it doesn't do. Let's be a little bit more specific with the rotating. All right, so still doesn't rotate pills. Every time I click the up arrow, it needs to rotate itself so that it can rotate all the way around. The more I click the up arrow, just like the real game. Also, when I get 4 blocks same color, I need it to score points. All right, so it says it fixed it, and now it's writing the new code. So we're gonna go to copy, and we're gonna do the same thing we've been doing. Save it. Now we're gonna go here. Look at that, guys. Now we can rotate it. The only thing that didn't work is those blocks that were in the middle of the screen. When I touched one of them, they all fell to the bottom. That's of course not what we want. And then it crashed. But hey, you get the idea. It does work. Technically, it's not great. We went through a little bit of revisions here. It took about 5-10 minutes to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and put the same prompt into 4o. Let's see how that deals with this. So what would you like to focus more, coding or game design? I just code it. I don't know. By the way, guys, I don't say please and thank you to my AI. I just don't give a shit. So we're going to copy, see what the old version of ChatGPT can do with this, huh? I have a feeling it's not going to be as good. Python 3. Oh, man, that's rough, huh? And it crashes. So as you can see, I mean, you can play that one, but it's not even close to being on the same level, guys. So with this one, o1 definitely won. It definitely won. And you know what? If it could have made that Trump game for me, it would have won with flying colors. And the only reason it didn't win that round of it is because it refused to even code any of it, because it didn't want to offend me, even though I told it what to make. Oh well. But as you can see, 4o did not work on that one, but 1o did. All right, guys, that does it for today's video. Thank you for running the prompts with us and prompting the planet. Be sure to test out ChatGPT, OpenAI, o1-Preview as much as possible. Tell me what you think. What have you been using it for? What did we miss? What did you think was good? What did you think sucked? Tell me what you think. Also, be sure to give this a huge like, even if you liked it a little bit. That like button doesn't discriminate. Just a little bit is a like. It will really help us reach more people. So it's up to you to help spread the word about Run the Prompts. Be sure to share it with your local ghetto, your local sports team, or your local village, and tell everybody you know. We'll see you guys next time. Prompt the planet.